What is going on there? Into double coverage. Hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the Great Man Sauce. How you doing, brother?
I'm very well, thank you very much. I'm very well. Big week in sport, obviously going on, um,
Footy's back,
and
mate.
footy's back, mate. Footy's back, and we'll give our predictions and see where things
Very.
fall. I'll have the odds up, and we can scoff at a few things that we see, and we can maybe go over a few things, and obviously gamble responsibly. If we give out any selections and you take anything regardless of
And,
it.
well, there's only one thing you should be taking notice of. Saucy's picked the Premier, I think, for the last 2 years, mate. So the Oracle is right here.
Yeah,
So I'm
I've
keen to
picked it.
see who
I've
you're
picked it.
picking.
I'll get a bit more confident halfway through the season when I can sort of see how teams are playing and faring. But not. I do pick multiple, Dom. I'll do. You rank it down.
You're not going to
But
go Blues,
yeah,
are you?
no, I'm not going. I don't think the Blues have it in them. I just every season they find too many injuries, and I think it's going to happen. It's already happened this season. Sammy
I reckon
Newman,
they're fine.
first one on the block.
Nick Newman.
Sammy Walsh just as much, he's carried the team through so many average years, so it's
Jagger
all
Smith.
weighing down on him.
Jagger Smith. McGovern.
Yep, yep,
They're all injured. Kurno's hurt.
yep.
I don't even think they're not making the eight. So anyway, we'll get to that when we get to it. But we'll start with the NBA because your boys, the Lakers, are the second seed in the West, mate. Did not see this
Thank you,
coming.
Nico Harrison. Thank you very much, mate. Thanks for the trade. Appreciate it.
He could be the Lemon of the century.
He's officially made us a title contender, and if at this point, if you're disagreeing with that, you are a lemon because we are title contenders. Like with Luka on that team and LeBron, and how the chemistry has gone, Doma, is put the ball in Luka's hands, let him make the plays, and obviously there's going to be times where LeBron has the ball, but LeBron has been playing off him. You should see, I've never seen LeBron shoot so many catch and shoot threes. But the thing is, he's getting catch and shoot threes and he's open. So would you rather LeBron shooting the ball or some of the other guys that we've got shooting the ball? I mean, you take LeBron every day of the week because he has games where he also can't miss from three, right? And he could have 5, 6, 7 threes. So then he's slashing off the ball, and then we're seeing times where we've got Austin Reeves making plays. Don't forget we've got Austin Reeves. He's got injured, but he'll be back in a few games. Making plays, and Lucas cutting off Austin Reeves, and he's making the plays. It's looking very, very good. And then with Vanderbilt being back, we look good more defensively. Obviously he can take one of the opposing best player also on the other side of the ball, and at times switch that. They switch everything regardless, but primarily we'll take the best attacking player, guard, I should say.
Don't forget about Rui Hujimama.
Yeah. So look, I'm getting a little bit excited, Don, because I didn't think it would be within the realms of possibility this season. Maybe.
The fact that you beaten Clippers twice in a row, which you couldn't beat the Clippers to save your life, is saying something. This run's been unbelievable. What have you won? Like 11?
We've won 5 in a row. Last 5 in a row.
12 out of your last 14 or something, or 11 out of your last 14. That's crazy. In that run too, you beat Minnesota, Clippers twice, Denver. Like you're beating all the good teams, not like you're beating up on shit teams. And the tail of the tape, man, out on the other side of the story is obviously you see Kyrie Irving go down today, apparent knee injury, goes into the room, comes back out, takes the free throws, tears in his eyes. We don't know if it's a ACL. We don't know what it is, but it looks like he could be done for the rest of the season. So they've got no Kyrie and no Anthony Davis in that team.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That-
Mavs fans are in the dumps right now, Doma.
I've been speaking to Manny about it, and Manny he doesn't follow the Mavericks anymore. He's done with them.
He's jumped
He's
off
had
ship.
enough. He's had enough.
Bob Boozle says Mavs might as well move to Seattle. Well, they're moving to Vegas. I'm not sure if you've seen that scoop, Bob. I believe they're moving to Vegas. That's the word is they're tanking the team. They want to move the team to Vegas because the now primary owner who owns all the casinos owns 73% share or something like that of the Mavs and wants to start a team out in Vegas. So it's all the business, yeah. It's
It is
all the
all the
business.
Any
All
other
the
interesting things? Other interesting thing was Boston against the Cavs. I don't know if you saw that game in the last week.
Capitulated.
They got up big against the Cavs, and they were talking shit. And Donovan Mitchell just said, "Just stay in your lane, mate. You might be current world champs, but it's not over in the first
I
quarter."
feel like the Cavs are the team to beat there in the East, not
I
Boston.
think
I
you're
know
right. I think you're right.
as much as they're the champs, you know,
I think you're right, Sauce. I really do.
Cavs are looking better this season.
Just the what do we got? We've got the San Antonio update. They're 25-34. The Cooper Flag sweepstakes. No, they've been winning, have they? I know. Lost 4 of their last 5. We'll see what happens there. So
There you go.
easy.
Tank City.
Anything else? SGA had 51, I think, yesterday.
51, yep. And I think Anthony Edwards had a big game the other day as well.
Yeah, 44, I think he had.
Been a few big scores. Yeah, look, let's see what happens. Yeah, this is crunch time, Domo. 60 games played for most teams around that, and there's 22 games. This is going to be the run into the playoffs, and where the real fun starts in the NBA season. This is where action time, right? There's that period during the season where it's just there's excitement at the beginning because it's just started. Then you get 20 games in, you're just like, oh, this is a bit boring, and you sort of tune out for about 30 to 35 games, and then you come back 40 games, and then you come back for the last 25 games right on the run into playoffs, because that's where teams actually start trying, because they want to make playoffs. And then obviously
this is also the point of the season where we always see some big individual numbers by some players. I'm talking like 50s, 60s. This is when you start seeing them.
Yeah.
So get ready.
Shy MVP. Bob Boozle says, yep, I reckon so. He surely has to have it locked in this season. Surely.
All right, Sauce. Anything else? Any final comments for the NBA? All good. All right, let's move on. Let's get to what everyone wants, mate. It's the AFL season preview. Obviously, we've got opening round starting this week. 2 games are going to be postponed of the opening round. Obviously, the cyclone warning up in Queensland. So hopefully everyone that's living up there are okay. So they're pushing the opening round. So there'll be 2 games. It'll be the Bombers. Bombers are playing, I'm pretty sure. Bombers and Suns, and who's the other game?
Brisbane versus Geelong. That got moved.
That got moved, and Gold Coast and Essendon got postponed. So we've got Sydney Hawthorn on Friday and Giants Collingwood on Sunday. So barring, obviously, the cyclone that came out of nowhere, next year this has to go, and we have round 1, not a round. So hopefully this gets to Andrew Dillon, which I know it won't, but Mr. Woke himself, stop worrying about irrelevant shit, and this is in the basket of irrelevant shit. So get rid of the opening round. They don't need the extra buys here and there. All right? No more opening round. Let's start at round 1. Let's get the job done.
You need to have a buy after 1 game.
He thinks it's amazing, and just stop. This is what you wanted to spice the league up as your first thing in charge as the CEO of the AFL. It's an absolute mess. This is the worst thing. People are going to remember this part of your legacy, and you decide to do it day one in the job. It's trash. So let's just go back to round one, starting in 2026. So
Yeah, I agree.
anyway, I'll be at the first game of the season, so it's not this crap this weekend. I'll be at Richmond Carlton next week.
There you go.
I'll be there watching
Get some footage on the double coverage Snapchat of Instagram, I should say.
Get the Blues, the title, the championship, the premiership favourite.
Geez, according to the bookies, the Blues are what, equal fifth favourites with Geelong. $10. Gamble responsibly.
You know, somebody said to me, listen, somebody said to me, source, that the Blues recruited better than the Pies in the off season. And when they mentioned, I almost fell off my chair.
Carlton supporter?
It was a Carlton supporter.
Oh.
And all I said to them was, you traded one of the best small forwards that got you 40 goals last year for pick 3, who's done his ACL, unfortunately, and Collingwood recruited Perryman, Membry, and Houston.
Yeah, all senior players.
And I said that, players. And then I said, you've also got Newman out for the year and a whole other list of injuries like to Walsh and stuff like you mentioned before. I said, so how are you ahead of Collingwood? Can someone please explain that to me?
Yeah, I don't know.
They've arguably got, like, Collingwood's got the best player in the league, and Carlton's probably got third best player in the league in Cripps. But I don't know. I'm just confused with that. So I just want to touch on some of that stuff. The banter from the St Kilda fans thinking they're going to do anything this year. They finished 12th last year. I think they could finish lower than 12th. Source, personally.
So the Saints, let me just say, for them to make the top 8, $6. For them to miss the top 8, $1.12.
Yeah, well, I put my life savings on
that. There you go.
So, yeah, no good. Unless that 11 teams all fold and it gives St Kilda the 8th spot on the ladder, then I don't see any chance. Anyway, let's go from bottom to the top in my little list of things source. Recruit of the year.
Recruit of the year? Oh, what do you mean? From another club? From draftee?
We'll go draft and other club. I'd say GWS getting Stringer.
GWS getting Stringer. Yeah, we'll see how that turns out.
Well, he's injured.
Hey.
He's injured.
Oh, he's injured. Okay.
Everyone's like, oh, he's fighting fit last year. Yeah, no wonder why. Saul said it. He's in his contract year, mate. You can't afford to get injured. Didn't get paid. He got traded or whatever it was. So,
recruit of the year, Kako. He's going to kick 40 goals debut season.
Okay.
There you go. The way he moves, he's classy, Dom. He's got that.
I know. I watched him play a lot of football, school football. So he was in one of the schools.
He's got that sidestep. He's fast.
Good football. Go do yourself a favor and go watch the ACC school grand final in 2023. He wins the game.
There you go. He's got the pedigree.
It's unbelievable. Oh, he's a gun.
So I'm going to go with him.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I would say a North player, but I don't know. It depends if North is going to be good. But I'm just going to go with a safe one. I'm going to go with Dan Houston, I reckon,
Houston.
for the Pies. Yeah. Rising star.
I don't know. Give me some names, Tom.
Fino Sullivan. Kako. You can go Kako again.
Here we go. Oh.
Fino Sullivan, Kako, Levi Ashcroft.
Nate Caddy can still win it. He's still eligible.
Oh, yeah, Nate Caddy.
There you go.
Is that who you want?
I can't go with Nate Caddy. No, you've got Ashcroft too.
Yeah, Ashcroft.
The new Ashcroft.
Yeah,
he's the favorite on the bookies odds.
Yeah. Is that who you want?
I don't know, man. How do you know which of these guys are going to win it? It's impossible to say.
I think Fino Sullivan will win it from North Melbourne.
If you guys win some games, he's pretty good. I watched him in a practice match.
Even if we don't win games, I still think he'll win it. We're playing him off halfback. He's going to get that many touches. He'll be cooked.
I don't know.
That's how I'm running with.
I don't know, mate. He's going with us. So Sullivan. You got Draper, Laylor, Smilly, a few Richmond guys there. I don't think the Richmond blokes will win it.
They're both injured, those guys. So
there you go.
Anyway, last time I checked, remember when I said they thought they were going to have all 14 of them hit straight away? Yeah, anyway, this is what I mean. All it takes is a couple injuries. And all of a sudden, you're thinking, are these guys actually going to get up to it? Or is it going to be an injury and it could last their whole career? This is what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong, Laylor was a freak accident. He got a broken jaw, like in the practice game. But Smiley's got hamstring problems at the moment. So, I was speaking to a Richmond supporter that was like, mate, one of the only rookies getting a gig is a trainer. He was saying that the other ones, a lot of them are hurt or injured and underdone, and they don't want to play him yet. So, yeah, we have to wait till
it's a big rebuild. It's a big rebuild down there at the Tigers. We know that.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, there's always that risk, isn't it, Dom? That they could be injury prone. We've seen it so many times.
That's the whole point. I said you can have 14 picks, and if you get 6 that hit, it's good.
Yeah, they only play 10 games a season because they always get injured every year.
That's it.
Then they end up getting delisted or traded, or
just a realistic
all
look
the time.
On it. So
happens all
anyway,
the time. All right, I'll lock in Caddy.
You're going Caddy. True Essendon.
Ashcroft.
Oh, Ashcroft. All right, Coleman.
Yeah, Ashcroft. Coleman medal. Oh, you got to think Jeremy Cameron will be up there again this season.
Jeremy Cameron.
Jesse Hogan won it last year.
Hogan. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Charlie Curno's the favorite, but I'm gonna go with Cameron.
I might have to join you on that one. I was gonna go for a roughie. You know what? Fuck it. I'll go for the roughie. Let's go for.
I reckon there'll be a bit more work put into Jesse Hogan this year.
Let's go to.
That was probably like one of his best ever season. Jesse Hogan was not.
Yeah, I'm saying Jake Waterman from the West Coast Eagles.
Oh, $19. Gamble responsibly if he does get up and win it. But it's a roughie.
Yeah, it's a roughie. Brownlow.
You've got to go with Dacos, don't you? Surely he's due one.
He's got to win it, sure.
Dacos.
I'm going Dacos as well.
Heaney, I'd be Heaney or Dacos. That's who.
Nah, I don't reckon Heaney.
Oh, maybe Heaney takes it to another level. I mean, he should have had more votes last season.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, how he's not? Yeah. All right, he only has 25 touches, but if he kicks 3 goals or kicks 2 goals and has 25 touches, that's better than the guy that has it 40 times, in my opinion. You've had more impact on the game.
He practically gave a Brownlow to a guy and said he had the greatest footballing season in the history of the sport last year in Patrick Cripps, which I don't think it was, but anyway.
Look, for me, the Brownlow Award, and I say it year after year, it's it's maybe the players value it, but for me as a fan, it's lost its way, in my opinion. The way that they've sort of
In saying that, Dacos also broke the record and lost. So you had two guys that finished 8th and 9th. They were first and second. But anyway, set to fall. Who's dropping Sauce? Who's going to drop some positions on the ladder? Do you want to bring up the ladder?
Yeah, we need the ladder from last year. I can't remember it.
I've got it up here. AFL. That's not the one I want. Let's share this tab. Why doesn't... Okay. Anyway. Well, these teams are not doing anything. They can't go any lower, to be honest.
Oh, I think the doggies will be no good.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs. Yeah.
Is that your one that you're going to go with?
The rest of the teams that are on there, they look pretty good. I think, in the teams in the bottom that I think can rise up would be Collingwood. I can't say the Suns because they seem to do the same thing every season. I'm not sold on Melbourne. Not sold on Fremantle. Not sold on the Saints. Richmond, definitely. Eagles. I think maybe the Eagles might do a little bit better than people think. I don't think they'll make the 8, but they might, finish a little bit higher. Maybe closer to 11th, 10th. So they might jump a few spots. Essendon, I'm going to be a pessimist because I don't know. I just don't want to believe that we're going to do anything until they prove me otherwise.
You're going to finish 6th.
6th?
Yeah.
Jeez, what, you think we're going to play finals, do you?
Yeah, because Con and Western Bulldogs won't be in the 8. That's the big call, rightio. They're not making it.
Yeah, Hawthorn's got...
It'll be Collingwood, Fremantle, and Essendon that take 2 of those spots. They'll be the 3 teams. And you can also say that potentially, as we always know, there's always a big team in that 8 that will drop out, that we're in the top 4 potentially. So you could say that Sydney or Port Adelaide could be out of the 8.
I think it's more likely to be Port Adelaide than it is to be Sydney, I'll be honest with you.
But me personally, I think Western Bulldogs and Carlton, they're not making the 8.
All right. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I'm going Dogs and Blues.
Carlton has the talent, but they've got a terrible injury list right now. Start the season slow, then you're playing catch up, and then,
you got to hope that you don't get any injuries when you're playing catch up.
Exactly right. So they're already behind the 8 ball.
Same thing with the Dogs. No Treloar, no Bont, no Waitman, no Jamara. Bailey Dale's a maybe. Fuck. It's rough. So I'm going Dogs and Blues. Who are you going? Dogs and who to fall?
Oh, go Dogs and Port to be controversial.
Dogs and Port. All right. Moving up, I'm going Pies and...
It'd be a perfect ending to Kenny Hinkley's reign, just the wheels fall off and he's out the door anyway at the end of the year. So he's like, I don't get to give an F.
Who's moving up? I'm going Pies and Bombers moving up.
Yeah, I'm going to go the Pies and then probably, as I said, probably Essendon's. Yeah, I'm probably with you on that because I'm not sold on any of the other teams, if I'm being brutally honest.
Pies and Essendon as well. Done. Wooden Spoon.
Oh, Richmond. That's pretty easy.
I'm going Richmond as well. Runner up.
Runner up in the grand final.
This is actually hard.
Jeez. Runner up. Let's go. GWS.
GWS. I'm going Collingwood to make the grand final
Collingwood to make the grand final but lose.
and lose.
Oh.
So who's the premier?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest with you, ladies and gents. I can't really pick it at this point. It's so hard. Am I sold on Hawthorn? They improved on last year. I don't know. Collingwood's third favourite. I don't know. Brisbane's the favourite. I sort of want to say for Brisbane to go back to back, but they've done it before. But Joey Danaher not being there, that's a big shoes to fill. Like when you think about it. So where they're going to get his goals from and his impact and his ability that don't forget in games where their ruckman might get injured and they're only playing one ruck, you throw Joey Danaher in the ruck and he does a job. So you're missing that aspect. But it's tough. I can't actually pick it, Dom, but if I'm to say someone's going to win it, I genuinely think Sydney can get back there and put some vengeance, but it's too hard. I would say my teams to win would be Sydney, GWS, Collingwood, and probably Brisbane. I just don't think Hawthorn, Geelong, Carlton, the other teams there, which is Fremantle and Bulldogs that are close to
you. You got to pick one. It's a lot of pressure.
How do they have Fremantle at $12? They got Fremantle higher rated at $12 than Port Adelaide at $17. That's crazy.
I'm going Brisbane.
Yeah, look, I don't want to say the Pies, but I feel like they've gotten better, and if they don't get as many injuries, and they had so many injuries last season, and you see that, a team wins the flag. It's very hard off the shortened. They played right to the last possible day, and then they're going to come back. They have a shortened off season, so maybe that had a thing to do with it. But yeah, I think the Pies can be very good if they can fix their forward issues. They could win the flag, but I don't really want to say the Pies, but I think they can win the flag. They only won it 2 years ago, and I feel like they've gotten better as a team.
I think they have too. So I'm putting you down for Collingwood.
Yeah. I don't want to say Collingwood, but yeah, and I just don't think Brisbane will go back to back. I just have a feeling they won't. And Hawthorn, I don't know how they're second favourites. I know they, played a good brand of football last season, and maybe they evolve on that. They have recruited quite well, so maybe that's something to do with it. But I still think they're a bit young.
Done. Well, that's it, Sauce. I'll get something made up and I'll put it out on the Instagram. I'm just going to get the.
Yeah.
This is how good the double coverage Supercoach team is looking at the moment. The community team.
Give a shout out to the league. What's the code?
I'm about to show that one.
Bring it up.
Who's in the league? Matt's Card Shop, which I still got to get him his prize for 2 years ago. So, sorry, Matty. The code is here, 166195.
166195, Supercoach. Join it. If you win at the end of the year, we'll potentially give you a prize. If we have something.
You'll win nothing.
You'll win something that we promised you, and then we don't deliver. And Matt's Card Shop. That's all right.
Sorry,
I've hooked him up here and there. I've given him a card, so he's gotten something out of us. Don't say he's got nothing. I did give him a card at a card show, but I think it was a Yao Ming card or something like that I got in a deal. A player that I know he PCs. So
that's it. And speaking of Matt's Card Shop, since that we are talking about him, he is on the Whatnot app.
There you go.
So just remember, Matt, just obviously words of advice from guys like us. Don't ever have anything like this to promote.
And big shout out to Rip and Wax from the Island Boys. He's a sports card brand. You already know what time it is, man. Let's hype him up. Check him out on IG. You already know what it is and what he does. He breaks the hottest drops on the Whatnot app.
So, Maddie, that's my word of advice. Don't get Le Mans like us to promote your brand. So, anyway, good luck on the platform. I hope you do really well. So, Supercoach is 166-195 for anybody.
Jump in, ladies and gents.
Join. That's it for our season preview. We'll wait and see what happens. Obviously, there's going to be some big stories. There always is throughout the year. Hello, Magda. So, I'll just let you know, Magda, Sauce and I didn't pick North Melbourne to win the flag. All right. We did not pick North. So apologies. Anyway, I've done a poll in our Instagram story. So who we should put into our Supercoach team. So there's been some people that have responded to that. So please keep responding to it. I've got crazy ideas for the double coverage community team. And one of the crazy ideas, Source, is to look at like the dual position players, like the rookies, and put like the expensive ones that are going to go up in the back line and the forward line and do something just ridiculous, like have a full premium midfield. Just have the 8 best mids in the game.
And see how that goes.
Yeah, just to see what happens. So I don't know. We can do some crazy shit with it. So a lot of the people that have been recommended are all midfielders. So wait and see what happens. Wait and see. All right, EPL Source. Let's have a look. There's games coming up this week. There was no games during the week due to FA Cup. Just a quick shout out to United. Well done on losing to Fulham in penalties. So that's good. Games coming up this week: Nottingham, Man City, Brighton, Fulham, Palace, Ipswich, Liverpool, Southampton, Brentford, Villa, Wolves, Everton, Chelsea, Leicester, Tottenham, Bournemouth, West Ham, Newcastle, and on Labor Day morning at 3:30 a.m. You couldn't ask for a better game on a public holiday Source. Man United versus Arsenal.
There you go.
At Old Trafford, so you know what that means. That's a definite loss.
Have you seen this guy on Instagram? He says, not cutting my hair until Manchester United win 5 games in a row. And he started with a shaved head, and now he's got a fucking afro.
No.
Yeah, there's this guy on Instagram. He literally says, not cutting my hair until Manchester United win 5 games in a row. And, mate, let me just tell you, it's been going on for 145 days. That's the count.
I might have to do something like that next season. What do you reckon? Don't shave my beard.
Not shaving your beard till Manchester United win.
I probably couldn't do that. Good listener of the show. Good listener of the show, Ben, who appeared on some of our watch parties. He's getting married in November. I'm in his bridal party. The season starts in August. So if I had to grow out my beard like this.
If you want to see some ugly beards, go back to episodes in the first 50 episodes. Probably the first 60 episodes. There's some ugly beards.
Yeah, 100%. And then I shaved my head with some of those beards as well. Remember, it was just like.
Maybe you had the blonde hair as well.
I had blonde hair as well. That's right, I did. We should think of something. Anyway, that's the EPL games, and then there is Champions League tomorrow. So we've got Club Brugge versus Villa, Dortmund, Lille, PSV, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and then on Thursday we have Feyenoord, Inter, Bayern versus Bayer Leverkusen, Benfica versus Barcelona, and PSG versus Liverpool. So tune in for those bangers. The FA Cup magic of the cup. Love it, says Magda, and he says Nick Dacos is a lock for Supercoach. 100% agree. I might even start putting some players in the Supercoach team as Saucy goes through UFC.
UFC, Doma, it's going to be an absolute belter. Let me just get it up. Should have had it prepared. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. We're never prepared, but that's all right. We will get prepared. We'll go through the card that was on the weekend. Let me bring it up. Cape versus Alabama Yev. He wins over the third round with a KO. Does Manel Cape. Cody Brundung defeats Julian Marquez with a KO in the first round. Nazat Hakporist defeats Esteban Ribovics with a decision over the 3 rounds. Haider Amil defeats William Gomez with a split decision over the 3 rounds. And Sam Patterson gets the KO over Danny Barlow in the first round. So that was last week. And this week, Doma, upcoming, this is what we want. All right. This is what we want. Here it is. Alex Pereira against
getting cheated up.
Ankalaev. Well, he's fighting soon, Alexander Volkanovski, but
he is.
Alex Pereira against Ankalaev in light heavyweight title bout. We've got Chama against the big Russian Ankalaev. It's going to be a great matchup. Obviously, we know Ankalaev's going to try go for the takedowns, grappling. It's just a matter of whether he can get there before Pereira knocks him out. Because, obviously Ankalaev, I don't think he's ever been knocked out. I believe he's got 1 loss. I'm not exactly sure what the loss was by. I have to go back too far. Here we go. 1 draw. Load more. Let's see how many. Load more. He's had a whole bunch of fights. Maybe it wasn't even in the UFC. There you go. He lost by submission against Craig back in 2018. That was his first fight in the UFC. Since then, he's been undefeated, winning every fight, drawing 1. So he's on an absolute, amazing run. But I just think Pereira is going to get the job done. And I would back Pereira in to actually knock him out. Guys that you don't think are going to get knocked out, he's knocked them out. And you know what power he's got in those hands. So the only worry is I think Drake might be betting on him. So there's a bit of a curse situation there. We know the Drake bet curse. So if Drake does come out with a big bet on Alex Pereira, that's what I'd be worried about that. But I'm picking Pereira to get the win in the main event over Ankalaev. I'd go by KO. KO in the, let's just say, in the 3rd round for punter stakes. Gamble responsibly. Justin Gaethje, Rafael Vizev. It is a lightweight bout, and let's see who can get the chocolates. Vizev obviously is pretty good grappling, so let's just see, because Gaethje has struggled with guys who are good to grapple. So I'm sort of leaning Vizev, but if Gaethje brings out his top striking game, maybe he can and can avoid the takedowns, maybe he can get the victory. But I'm going to go with Zev. Jalen Turner against Ignacio Bamagaris. I'm going this Chilean Ignacio Bamahamaharis. I'm going with that. And that's the only reason why I've spoke about this guy before on the podcast, Dom. You know that, Ignacio Bamagaris. And I said, watch out for him when his rookie cards came out. I said, he's one to watch. He's 16-5, yes, but he's grown a lot, and his knockout ability is unbelievable. So I'm going to go with the Chilean. I think he's going to get the win over Jalen Turner. Then you've got Amanda Lemos against Yasmin Lucindo. I'm going to go with Lemos. Then you got King Green against Mauricio Ruffi. Don't really know. Go with Green. Then the prelims, Curtis Blaze against Rizin Kuniev, Joshua Van against Ray Surya, Bruno Ferreira against Armin Petrosyan, Alex Moreno against Carlos Lil. So It's an absolute banger card. Tune in this Sunday. The main card kicks off from 2 p.m. The prelim kicks off from 12 p.m. and the early prelim kicks off from 10:30 a.m. Tune in this Sunday. UFC 313 Alex Pereira against Magomed and Goliath. There you go, Doma. It's going to be a belter. It's going to be a belter. Tune in, ladies and gents. In the chat, who do you think wins, Pereira or Ankalaev? Doma, I'd love to get into the octagon with someone. Magda, come on, bro.
I would pay Magda versus the Messiah. I would pay exorbitant amount of money to watch that. I really would. Imagine me and Kane Corns in the octagon. He'd probably kill you, Magda. We can't have that. We can't have that.
See Magda on the weekend at the card show.
Yeah.
Him and his brother were there.
Yep. I didn't know Magda had a brother. There you go.
Yeah, you do. We met him last time.
No, I didn't meet his brother.
You didn't, because I think you left before Magda popped around to our table. You had to duck off. So
no, I never met Magda's brother.
When his brother was there. His brother was at the Oz National.
Is he a North supporter, Magda?
Magda, is he?
My brother is tall and he can play full forward for North. I definitely didn't meet him if he's tall.
He's tall. He made a buy on the weekend. He bought there was a few guys, obviously there was the primarily AFL show at the card show, and he bought our favorite vendor that's always there, Doma. You know which one we're talking about. The one
from the garage, Mr.
The one that I pulled it out of the cupboard yesterday. He says the same line.
Out of the roof.
I just pulled it out of the cupboard the other day. I just pulled it out of the cupboard yesterday. You're lucky I even pulled that. I just seen a few gaps in the binder, so I thought I'd better fill them up.
I love him.
The same sort. Anyway, he bought the Bumblebee, Dwayne Johnson Bumblebee. You know the Bumblebee.
Yeah. Yes, the
Miami card.
University of Miami card. Yeah.
So he bought that off him, and there are a few other ones. I think he got a pretty good deal. So, yeah, big buy.
That's a massive buy, Magda. Well done.
PSA 10 goes for stupid money.
Did he say that he grabbed that out yesterday when you bought it? I'll be interested because I saw it about a year and a half ago in his thing, and I asked him how much he wanted. So I'll be keen to see if he said that to you. So I saw it at a Melbourne card fair at Malvern about a year and a half ago. He had it. So I thought, because I asked on the price, because you know how I got the F1 cards for freaking nothing. And I'm like, oh, what's this go for? And he's like, nah, not that one. That one's an expensive one. I'm like, oh, okay. And he gave me a price. I'm like, oh, I didn't know. I was going to try and just do the dirty on him. So.
The old Adelaide special.
I just seen the comps on my computer yesterday. That's what I would have said to him. So he was telling my bro only one chance to get it. It's been there for fucking 18 months. So
he's got some good lines, man. I'll tell you what, he's a good salesman. He's a good salesman.
He's a good fella. He's a good fella too. We had a good chat with him at the Oz National, which we never had before. Like a good chat with him, and he's a ripper bloke. He's into cars big time. Loves his.
Yeah, he's already booked to go back this year. He's going straight back to Vegas.
Yeah, he goes to SEMA. So, bad for him, Moorabbin. That's not good. Give us more insight into that, Magda. You're the reporter. You're the boots on the ground for us, mate. Pick up source. What'd you get? We're in Hobby Talk.
So, yeah, Hobby Talk. So first off the bat,
Let's make it big, firstly.
I just found this little Lance Franklin number to 145. You know, I try to pick up a few Lance Franklin. There was a cornerstone there as well from one of the sets. So, yeah, slowly, I'm trying to just add more and more different Lance Franklin cards. And maybe one day he might do a signing and I'll get a few of my favorite ones signed. I don't know. Maybe Shano might be able to facilitate it one time. Who knows, right? So, yeah. Obviously, Doma, you know I can't go to one of these shows without buying something from Shano's table. Actually, thankfully enough, Shane, I spent that much money with Shane over the years. He just gave it to me for free. So Byron Pickett in the North Melbourne jersey, big hit Pickett. If you don't know who he is, Byron Pickett, look up Byron Pickett, big hits on YouTube, and thank me later. This guy was an absolute bull. So I picked that up. Then I found this, and I thought I got a great deal on it, Doma. $25 I paid for that.
Tom Mitchell,
draft pick SIG. There you go, number to 300. Surely there's a collector out there that wants that for more than $25. Surely that's worth $50. Come on, man. Right? Got that. And then these are my, hang on. This is my other one. I bought this card. Actually didn't have this card, but some bloke was actually selling this card for $5. So I bought it. It says $6 on there, but I only had a $5 note. So, you know, when you got the old, you know that one, Doma, you only got mate, I only got a 5 and a 50. So you reckon you could do it for 5? Of course, he said yes. So I got $1 off. And it's not very good lighting, but because it doesn't do it justice. But there it is there. And then it's got Zachy Merritt to sign it. So he signed on top of it because he was at the show. So I got that.
Did you ever chat to Zachy Merritt?
What am I going to say, mate? I just said, mate, he liked this because I bought him this. He goes, oh, this is a nice card. I said, yeah, mate, I bought it off my friend. He hit it out of a box and that you've worn that in a match. He goes, oh, I need to get some more of these, my own ones of these like this. I said, yeah, mate. I said, you want to go for the ones with that have the patch and have your signature on it. They're the best ones to get. I said, I'm just doing it like this because it's a lot more cost effective. And he laughed. So there you go. Got that sign, mate. What more do you want? You actually got a select actual, game worn patch. I'm never going to sell this card. Goes in the collection and $10. Got it signed. Happy with that. Can't complain about that.
I like it, Magda. You got Matty Lloyd, Gavin Wanganeen, and Nicky Winmar. That's awesome, man. Yeah, there was a few. There were the Hill brothers, Brad Hill, Bobby Hill. They were there. There was another older bloke, which I forgot his name. And then Wanganeen, Nicky Winmar, as he mentioned, Matthew Lloyd, Zach Merritt. So it was a good turnout. It was a very good turnout. Nonetheless. And props Roach. To Shane. Obviously, there you go, Michael Roach. And there's props to Shane to organising it. And hopefully bigger and better things to come. But yeah, it's this is what I would have said.
He's done very well.
I would have said Zach.
I said the aim is a finals win, mate. I said, mate, I just want you to win a final, please.
I would have said, Zach, I've been following North since the 90s. I fucking despise your club, but I had a super coach draft and I had pick 9 as my first pick, and I selected you. So you better fucking win me the money, mate, because I'm sick of making prelims. There he is.
Is this the money league, is it?
Yeah, I had to pick him, which I'm not upset about because he's a good player. But I thought I did pretty well. A few good footballers in there.
There you go. And Doma, I've got one more picker that I got. You make me big.
Oh, yeah.
Make me big. And the last pickup I got was I bought this Gary Ablett Jr. Obviously, it was an AFL show, but booklet with Brownlow booklet, Gary Ablett Jr., numbered to 150. It is. So there's only 150 made.
Hold that there. I want to take a photo of this card because I want to send it to Cage.
I could send you a better photo.
Yeah. If you want to, go for it.
I could send you a bit better photo that I took the other day, but I got that. numbered to 150. There you go. On the back, it's got the replica Brownlow medal, the little master, Gary Ablett Jr. That's an absolute banger. That's out of the Brownlow medalist set from last year. He's won 2 Brownlow medals, 2009, 2013. So dual Brownlow medalist. One of very few that's ever done it. And I couldn't not pick it up, Dom. I felt like I got a good price. I did try to bait someone into giving me a cheaper price because they had the same card. And I was like, oh, I can get it cheaper over there. And he's like, well, go buy it over there. I said, no worries, fair enough. So I went and bought it over there. The guy, I said, what's your price? What's your best price? Can you do better than the sticker price? Gave me a price. I didn't argue with the price because I felt it was fair. And yeah, paid him. And look, I didn't go in there expecting to buy a Gabriel Jr. card, but sometimes, you know, when the offer's there, and I've openly said, Dom, even though I'm an Essendon supporter, I love AFL. I'll always buy good players or great players, you know, that I feel that their card might be a little bit undervalued, and you know, so be it. If I get stuck with the card, I'm left with the great of the game, 2-time Brownlow medalist, 2-time premiership player, one of the greatest players to ever, you know, play in the last 20 years. So, you know, if not ever in the top, you know, arguably people have him in the top 10, 20 players to ever play the game ever. So,
top 5 ever.
Yeah, there you go. So, saw some people don't budge at all, real tough. Yeah, I know some sellers don't budge, and that's the decision. And that's the decision that you have to make when you go. You know, do you want to? You really want that card? You'll pay the price that they're asking, and if they don't budge, they don't budge. But yes, sometimes sellers are willing to work with you. And I got a great deal. Funny enough, Magda's brother was looking at the same card, and I walked in. I went outside for 5 minutes, came back in, got some fresh air. Came back in, and he's looking at the car. I said, are you looking at the Gary Ablett Jr., are you? I said, don't buy it. You've spent all your money today. And I knew he bought the other card. I said, I'm going to buy that card. And I said to the guy, I said, mate, I'm going to buy that card. I'll be back. All right. And I had to go to the toilet, came back, and I'm true to my word. I bought the card, but Magda's brother nearly stole the card off me. He was about to buy it. I talked him out of it. So I was glad I did.
That's funny. That's very funny.
My bro went broke. I know. He spent big. The funniest thing was he spent big on American football, not even Australian football.
There you go. Interesting. Overall, though, show was okay. Good.
Yeah. Well, look, it was okay. It was, you know, the Melbourne. It's a good venue, but you know, I think as Shane said, I think the numbers didn't go as well, and maybe that's because it was only, you know, exclusive AFL, and you know, when you've got the other variety of stuff, it's a bit better. I feel like if you are going to do a you know, a one like at Melbourne, you're probably better to do the variety than to just do the AFL. I think if you are going to do the AFL exclusive, you would do it there at North Melbourne, because it's a little bit of a smaller venue, and maybe there's not as many people interested in the AFL collecting side of it. I don't know. Is it the travel out to Melbourne? Maybe there's more people willing to travel to North Melbourne than Melbourne. I don't know what it is, but I think he said he only sold 600 or 700 tickets. Usually, you know, he's selling 600 or 700 through the door. I think he's usually used to, you know, well up over 1,200 through the door or something like that. So, you know, maybe that's a little bit of a thing. Yeah, there you go. That would be that would be great. Maybe the athletes and guests need to advertise the show on their stories and social media to promote it. Yeah, maybe that's something that Shane could talk about them, because from my understanding, they got paid per autograph that they signed. People were obviously paying to get their autograph, and they got paid an appearance fee. So
how much was it? How much was the autos?
It was $10 for a card. If you had a jumper, you wanted to get a jumper signed, it was $50. And then I think it was only the jumper was $50, and the card and if you got a photo, like say you had a photo of them taking a hanger or something, you got that signed, it was $10.
I'm
It
surprised
wasn't.
you didn't get a Matthew Lloyd auto.
I've got a few. Mate.
Okay.
And like I've got a few, so I'm not too worried, mate. I've got a few. Would have been nice if I hadn't one of his mark of the year and then got that signed or something like that. But I've never really chased too many of the Lloydie cards. But I have a few of his signatures anyway, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, look, that's probably the only thing. $25 for a pick. For a pick? No, it wasn't, Magda. Because I got a picture with Zachy Merritt and I didn't pay for that. Don't tell me you paid for the picture, Magda. I just went up there, paid for the car, said, mate, can I get a quick selfie? Yeah, mate, no worries. And he just gave me a quick smile, took a selfie. That was it, mate. Like, that's how you do it, Magda. You don't say you're going to pay.
You don't pay him, mate. You don't pay him.
Pay for the auto, and I agree paying for the auto, Dom, because look, don't get me wrong, you can you can go. I can go down there in a training, get him to sign that after a training, but I feel he wouldn't have taken as much care after a training as he did because he was like, "Oh, where do you want me to sign it?" And I had like a piece of tape there, and I said, "Can you please sign it under here and in between there?" And he like took his care and thing like that. So it's good. You're obviously you're paying them, so they take a little bit of care. There was Lloydo there Lloydo was definitely the most popular. Like he was signing heaps of shit. And there was one guy who had like a slab of like 20 or 30 cards, Lloyd cards, and got them all signed. And he was just like he's like quick as he's just thinking like, oh, I'm gonna take the wife out to a nice dinner tonight, with this money. So like, and probably maybe part of it cash, because there was most people were paying in cash for the autos. But yeah, look, that the only thing is like I feel like it could have got promoted a bit better, and maybe that's something that Shane needs to talk about to these people. If you want more people to come, so obviously there's more people want more signatures, and that's obviously more payment for you. It would help if you could shout out the show on your story and put a link to where people can buy tickets and things like that. Maybe that's something that he could work out with the players. They're getting an appearance fee, and just discuss it with them. So maybe just something that they throw out on their story during the week, maybe once and maybe the day before, whatever it is, right? So I think that's probably the only thing that could be better, because I feel like with the names he had there, if more people knew about it, there probably would have been more people there.
There's some big names there, mate.
Honestly, I really do. So
even Bobby Hill would get so many young kids like Collingwood supporters as a current player.
Yeah,
just him alone.
Like I feel like if you got Bobby Hill coming, like you should make a separate graphic with Bobby Hill, say Bobby Hill coming, signing autographs, Melbourne Card Fair, Go on to Facebook in the Facebook groups, post it in there, to the AFL card groups, and chuck it in there and say this, So I think that would be probably the next level to. Maybe I can make a suggestion to Shane and reach out to him and just help him with that because, he does a great job organizing these and did a great job organizing this one. I just feel like it could have been more successful than it was. Definitely could have been. It had a big what if about it, I enjoyed it, Dom. I went to the show and I enjoyed it and I actually liked that there wasn't that many people there because it wasn't overcrowded. Or, it was like easy to move around. Like I had, dealers. I was having a chat with so many dealers, so many people, having a chat with them, because, they had time to talk. It wasn't like a big hustle and bustle. There's people everywhere and stuff. So I enjoyed it in that manner, but I feel like the show had potential to be a lot better, like a lot bigger, a lot more, people in there, I'm saying. So yeah, that's the only thing, Doma, I could say.
Alrighty. We'll wait for the next big and bad show that he's got coming up. If we can get more of these guys, it'll be awesome. Let's move on, Source, to some news in the hobby before you're going to rip some stuff. This one is a disgrace, but anyway, we're going to show it.
Ridiculous.
There's the Cheeto Zard.
Cheeto Zard. A Cheeto shaped Charizard has sold for $87,840.
If you actually open it, if you crack the slab and you eat it, you might blow fire out of your ass. So that's what you might get for 80s.
That is so ridiculous. And to the person who bought that, you, sir, are a lemon. Quick lemon. $87,840 for a Cheeto-shaped Charizard. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's just ridiculous, mate.
People have more money than sense, Dom.
Yeah, well, the next one is probably, arguably, in my opinion, if you can hit it, if you can hit the card, because there's been Tops now doing some amazing stuff. This is arguably, in my opinion, the greatest wrestling card of all time. You got The Rock.
I did see this.
Heel John Cena. Bad guy John Cena and Travis Scott.
I wonder how many packs they're going to sell.
A shit ton.
Remember when we said this is their new model now? They get these, badass cards. I mean, don't get me wrong, that is a badass card. And if that's actually on card, that's pretty dope.
I think it would be on card.
It's like another form of lottery because you win that. Say you buy one pack and you win it for $12. Then you sell it for $200,000. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who knows what that card fetches? Like,
I love this shit. I don't know if you've seen it. John Cena turned bad. It was unbelievable. Never done it before his whole career. Right at the end. It's just so good. Just those childhood memories. And then now he's just a bad guy. So, I love it. And you should see all the memes, bro. It's just so funny. Like, because, he's like the most Make-A-Wish requested person ever. Yeah. And like the memes are like, he gets all the requests now. He's like, no, I can't be bothered doing this stuff anymore. Like, because like he has to play the character for a year. So he's practically going to break all these kids' hearts for a year. It's like, it's the worst. It's like, you're like dogging these sick kids. They're not going to request him anymore. Even the kids are like shattered. They're like, well, I want John Cena to come see me. Poor
he's
kids.
Broke their hearts.
Bloody John Cena sold out, and as you know, he did what he did, and then typical WWE crowd, they were chanting "You sold out." It was the best. It was like old school '90s wrestling, and then just like giving it. I'm surprised they weren't throwing shit into the ring. I thought it was going to get to that. It was crazy. Anyway, there's The Rock, Travis Scott, doing his thing. That's all for me,
card.
Mate.
Tops. All right. Well, Doma, bring it up. You know what we're gonna do. You know what time it is. I don't have anything else. I'll be honest with you, ladies and gents. But you know what time it is. It's shout out to Gimco Hobby Shop. Gimco GIMKO.com.au. Head to their website. Check them out. They're at 4/25 Gwen Road, Cranbourne West. If you're out that way. They do brakes. They sell product. They sell singles. They've been kind enough to hook us up with some boxes. Today we're ripping Upper Deck Goodwin champions. Look for autographs and memorabilia from famed athletes worldwide. I'll tell you what, Dom. Even though I can guarantee, I was about to say that I can guarantee you that there is not a Jordan in here. I'm not sure if LeBron's in this set as well because it's 2021.
He would be.
Still had potential to be in the set. You got Tiger Woods in there.
Ben Simmons.
You got Allen Iverson. So
Ben Simmons.
If we hit something.
Donovan Mitchell.
Have you looked it up, have you?
No, these are just the guys that are Upper Deck guys, so I'm just assuming that they're in it.
Fair enough.
Ryan Garcia.
Fair enough. There we go. What do we got? We got 3 packs, 6 packs, and 1 bonus pack.
Here we
All right.
go, Sauce.
There we go. There we go. Box is empty. Box is empty.
Come
There
on,
we
man.
go,
You don't
there
need
we
you
go.
don't need to show the box, man.
There we go. There we go.
It's
All
not
right,
whatnot.
all right.
It's not whatnot, bro. Where you just hide the box.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Come on, Sauce.
Teofimo Lopez.
Oh yeah, I might have to take some of these boxes from you too.
Who's this one?
Curry?
Teofimo Lopez again?
Emma Lopez as well.
Oh, what's this? A Gowdy. Toby
What is
Miller.
that?
A Gowdy. I
Hmm.
don't know. It's like a shiny refractor. Looks nice in person. I'm not going to
Who
lie.
is he? Who is he? What's he do?
Toby Miller. Miller earned his first major sponsorship at age 13 after winning a U.S. Snowboarding Association Championship in halfpipe 2021. He was one of the youngest members at age 21 of the U.S. national snowboarding team.
There you go.
There he is, Toby Miller. And then here's Chloe Kim, skateboarder. I don't know this. The Gowdy is...
I think Chloe Kim, Olympian, I think.
1 in every 6 packs, you get a Gowdy.
Okay, so you're guaranteed. That's your box hit.
1 every 6 packs. So it's nothing special. All right.
I'm liking these.
Here he is. Tiger.
Yeah.
There we go. Carlos Colmenares, baseballer. Here's a Gowdy, but this is the non of Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh yeah.
But that's the non-shiny.
And also the non-licensed.
Maybe the shiny one's the refractor one's more prestigious. I don't really know. No, don't think so. Anyway, and the other Pete Buttigieg and Mojav King. I have no idea who that is. Some basketball youngster. All right, here we go.
I think it's Mojave. I think his name's pronounced.
Tiger Woods, Mojave. Oh, who's that? Ryan Whitney.
Is that? That looks like something out of Gary V.
Ali Funk.
What is
Goodwin's Ali Funk. I don't know what the heck it is. Ali Funk. It's a card.
What the hell?
Two of hearts. What the heck is this? There he is. Ben Simmons and Sabrina Ionescu.
Alpha Funk. Oh my god.
They see how they just fill these products with just stupid shit. Matthew Wolf. Josh Giddey. Ionescu again. DeChambeau again. And Jonathan Kuminga. Oh, it's not looking good, Doma. We do got the bonus pack, though.
Oh, the bonus pack, mate. It's like a free spin on a poker machine.
Michaela Schriffen, snowboarder. Who's that? Jane Montero. Teofimo Lopez in the Color Blast style. Sky Brown. And then, there we go. And Naomi Osaka. That's the base. We haven't really hit. The Gowdy and the Ali Funk card is the best we've hit. Hang on, we're just going to skip through. Honestly, this is all base cards. We got Pete Buttigieg, Jesse Lockhart, Bryson DeChambeau again, Ansu Fati, Stan Smith, tennis player, who's from back in 1971-72 Wimbledon champion, if you didn't know who Stan Smith was.
He's Stan Smith from the Adidas shoe, Stan Smith. That's the Stan Smith.
Oh, that's the Stan Smith.
Yeah, that's the Stan
Really?
Smith.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. All right, the bonus pack. We got Chloe Kim, Byron Laura, Mojav King again. Sleepy Joe. We got Sleepy Joe. There he is, Trumpy. Sleepy Joe and Trumpy. They're at it. What are the chances we got Sleepy Joe?
You gotta sleeve that up. If you're not keeping it, I'll want it. That's my co-star.
Carlos Ellison. That was our
Sleepy Joe.
That was our hollow in the pack. So let's just put it this way: best hits in the pack were this elephant thing,
and Sleepy Joe.
The snowboarding Gowdy, which is probably actually our best hit, and for laughs and shits and gigs, Sleepy Joe.
Look at Sleepy Joe just pointing.
That's hilarious, honestly.
He's like, do I walk up the stairs? He's like, do I fall up the stairs or fall down the stairs?
I'm just thinking, would I open another box of that? I think I would. I actually didn't mind it.
Bit of fun.
Bit of fun, ladies and gents. There we go. Another week done here at Double Coverage.
On that note, keep living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the Great Man Sauce. It's Double Coverage. Peace.
Peace out, ladies and gents. Don't forget to like. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports. Double Curve.